guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I will be going over my budget. So I did have to reevaluate pretty much from what I did last year when I showed my budget. So yeah, but it's pretty much like the same thing, but I'm just saving up for categories. So yeah, so this is a Erin Condren, but it's just the monthlies because I had extra monthly views, so I ended up just taking the months, and then I have the cover page, the vellum, and then the calendar view and stuff. So then I just added notes pages in between. So then I also coiled it with my 1-inch coil. So I mentioned it in my previous videos, so whatever's left of the 1-inch coils and the 1.375 coils, that's it. I won't be restocking that. I will be the new coils will be slightly larger for the 1.375. So it'll be 1.5 inches for the new coils. But that will be next month release, or actually I might release the coils earlier than the planners itself, but that just depends. So yeah. So this is obviously an Erin Condren. It did say hourly on the welcome page, so I didn't want to see that, so because it wasn't an hourly, and I just removed that page, or ripped it out. So yeah, and I actually used the Zig Clean Color dot markers to dot my paydays. I didn't care about 2020, I just cared about this year. So yeah, and I actually just write it on paper, like the categories, but I don't keep it together, which I was kind of like angry about myself. Like, why don't I keep it together? So yeah, I didn't fill out my financial goals for 2021 as of yet. And then this is a page that I marked just to mark out all my paydays if I continue working as a college assistant at my school. I did also get my scholarship money and my first ever stimulus check. So yeah, so that is that. And then we go into January. So pretty much it's simple. I'm trying not to spend as much, so other than, clearly, if you can see that number, I kind of spent a lot of money on Scribble Princess, but I'm trying not to spend too much money, or probably make like a one-time purchase like later in the year. But technically I don't really need any more kits other than mini kits, but I am pretty much set for mini kits until like July or something like that. So yeah, so pretty much if you can see, I don't really spend things on Saturday or Sunday, which is kind of funny, or Tuesday, but yeah. So pretty much I marked out my paydays, and these are just my college assistant paydays. I don't put my shop payday because I only put that towards savings. Yeah. So then here I break down my checks, or paychecks. So I just have sinking funds. I don't need to buy groceries. My mom covers that. Or I don't have rent or anything like that. My parents just tell me just save as much money as you can in life. So yeah, this is what are the categories. Well, these aren't the current categories. I did add me money because I was getting confused. Because yeah, I just needed to see a zero base balance in my bank account. So I don't have this as cash envelopes. I actually started with cash envelopes, and then I evolved into in the bank sinking funds. So yeah, if that makes sense. So obviously I didn't mark out my beginnings because I totally forgot. So these are the ending balances of my first paycheck of 2021, or technically this was the last, I don't know, because this was paid out on December 31st, but it went into my bank account officially on January 1st, but I don't know. I'm just gonna put it in here for now. So then these are pretty much whatever. So I do have like a set amount that I put down for each category, but this one, I don't remember why I put so much. Oh, I don't know. But this is the most current, oh my goodness, current categories that I have, or I should just show you February. So yeah, you can tell I did spend a little more in the middle of the month, but it was technically my birthday month, so I mean, it still doesn't justify my spending, but yeah. And then these are the categories. I also marked down what I put in my savings account. this is what's currently in there. And then I have my credit card, so whatever transactions or the total amount that I spent, sometimes it's within that month, or I actually don't pay it out until like I pay the double the minimum. So yeah. So yeah, this is still not the current categories. I did add me money at the bottom. So pretty much this is if I was to make if I was making my 40 hours, I would split it up into this category currently. But actually no, Hong Kong, no, I fully funded that, but that's not true. This is true. So these are the categories that I currently fill, which is Christmas, hair, and beauty. So I did get Function of Beauty, what do you call it? The shampoo and conditioner. Actually, I don't remember where I put that card. There was like a Function of Beauty card. I don't remember where I put it, but that pretty much, so it's like a 3-month subscription, or you can do 6 months. I'm choosing to do 3 months, but I don't know how much I'll be done by. So yeah, I pretty much have $26, but I changed it to a whole, an even number. So I took away $1 and made it $30. So yeah, because I couldn't stand that $36, if that makes sense. So because all my numbers are literally even except my me money. In the next month you'll see it. So then for Hong Kong, I saved the $2,000, so I finished that already, so I'm not putting any more money in there, because technically the plane ticket is just around $1,000 something. So yeah, I don't know when I'm going, but I just have it saved. So yeah, and SGS is actually Sugary Gal Shop's conference in New York. Obviously I'm in New York, and it's easier for me to travel there than go other places. I mean, my dream would go to Go Wild, but that's a long dream. So not anytime soon. So yeah. And then clothing, currently I capped it at $300, but I'm going shopping on next month, so we'll see if I spend any money, but hopefully I don't need to spend. But technically I do, because I don't have any more shirts, or like I've been re-wearing the same shirts for the past year, and it's kind of like insane. So yeah. And then Christmas and or gifts in Christmas is pretty much explanatory. So I just put $25 each paycheck every time, regardless if I take anything in or out. And then hair and beauty, I already talked about that. Hong Kong. So phone, I'm making sure that I at least have enough money in case my phone breaks down after 2 years of having it, because that's what happened last time. I was literally past the point of 2 years, or no, was it? Yeah, it just started the like 2 to 3 years, and then I was just so sad. I had the iPhone 7 Plus, and literally it just stayed on the Apple screen, and I couldn't even turn it on or off or anything. So yeah, it just remained there, and I went to the Apple store, and they were like, oh, we couldn't do anything for you. It's either you buy a refurbished version or you get the new phone. And I was like, I'd rather just buy the new phone, you know? And I plus was going to save up for a camera, so I was able to have that money for the for my phone, because the camera quality for the phone was good. But then I ended up saving enough money for this camera that I'm using right now. So yeah. And then travel, I did put the $400 that was originally there, because I wasn't going anywhere. Where am I traveling to? So instead I just moved it to Hong Kong, and that's how I fulfilled that that savings goal. And then here I'm just putting in like, actually not $15, but this time I put $15 to start it off. But every paycheck I usually put $10 or $5, depending on how I'm feeling. And then home, I'm trying to fund that as much as possible, but my end goal is $10,000 by the end of this year. But I'm not purchasing a home yet, just my goal. I always set goals for myself. And then miscellaneous, I always put $10, or sometimes if I have like extra money, I'll put more, or $20, $50, depending on how I'm feeling. Then Copa is my small Pekingese, so I always put $20, and then sometimes I would spend a lot of money on him, but I always put $20 per paycheck, depending on how much, or if I get more, like my stimulus and my school money, I would put more in his funds, but I always fund this regardless, and I technically only need to pay for the food, and the doctor appointments because I groom him myself. I learned how to groom my previous dog, oh my goodness, Cockapoo. Yeah, so I groomed him, and yeah, I pretty much learned it myself. So yeah. And then Kion is my brother's dog, but he gives me the money to help save for him because clearly my brother can't save, but currently he has his own savings right now. So I will actually go into that a little bit because my brother allowed me to show his finances, but yeah. And then emergency funds, I'm capping it at 1,000. Eventually I will add to this, but right now I want to fund everything else that I want to fund before I do emergency fund. So yeah. And then Dyson, I don't know if I want to get the Airwrap or not because I heard reviews that it's like half good, half bad, but technically I have short hair, so right now, so we'll see if I get it, but by the time I have it, or if I do save up for it, I will probably put it into my home savings if I don't buy that. And then Peloton, I really want a Peloton, but yeah, I'm just saving for it. If I don't buy it, I'll move it to my home funds. So that's pretty much it. And then here is March. So far, I'm literally on a no spend. So the bill due stickers, they're actually just paydays or savings. So I marked that as no spend. So the only trackers are, the ones that with trackers are, actually, this is not a no spend. What am I doing? I must be crazy. Let's see if I can get this off without ripping the paper. Oops. Oh, no, I ripped it. It's okay. I shall live. Okay. That was not a no spend. So yeah. So today is actually the 25th, but I usually don't spend anything on my paydays because I tried my best not to spend anything on my payday. So yeah. And then here are the current categories that I have. So you can see I added me money. So it's pretty much zero base. So whatever this is, it's whatever's in my bank account. And then savings. And then I didn't spend anything with my credit card, so I didn't put it there. So yeah. So this is actually how much I would put, and then whatever change from this or from my bank account. Actually, no. I should actually talk about. Well, I'll just talk about this. But yeah, this is pretty much what is current in my, or no, this is what's current. So this was my stimulus, and then I also got my financial aid, which is technically my scholarship, but I consider it financial aid because I run that scholarship. So yeah, and then pretty much I put whatever's left over into this account, or to the me money account. So that could be my, oh my goodness, subscriptions, my spending, whatever I want to purchase for myself. So yeah, this is pretty much my credit card spending, but technically this is my, what do you call it, my shop spending as well. So technically I put it here, but I don't pay it with my money. I pay it with my shop's money, or shop income. So then for, this is the current one, so this will be actually, when you're watching this, I actually got paid this amount, which is technically less, which is, I think it's $3.19 less, because I got paid family leave. I don't get that, because I never got family leave before. Like, where did I get paid family leave from, you know? So I was just very confused. So yeah, anyway, but I don't really mind that I got less, but I might ask my supervisor what that is. But yeah, so then these are the categories. So pretty much, if I can, I would try to put more in my savings as well as in my home fund, but sometimes I switch on and off. Like, more, maybe I'll put more in my home fund and then less in my savings, but currently I'm just going to put $225, depending on how much I get. So yeah, so slowly but surely I passed 10,000 mark. So my savings is actually, so in total for this, let's calculate that, because I want to know how much I saved already in total. Where's my calculator? Oops. So this is my brother's calculator. I literally had to, my calculator for some reason isn't like, what do you call it, charging through this thing, or this thing I should so yeah, I don't know, maybe I need to change the battery, but yeah. So my brother gave me his old battery, or his old calculator, plus 1903893. Oh no, oh, so silly. There we go. No, I did it wrong. So in total, I have oh my goodness, not 2,000, $29,953.70 that I have saved so far. That is insane for starting from 2019. Yeah, starting from 2019 till now, I saved almost $30,000. That's incredible. So yeah, I'm slowly but surely getting there. So yeah. So this is what the month starts out. So I usually put savings like when I know I will get paid. So this is my shop savings. So I usually just put $200 from my shop into my savings account, and then I don't spend that money. It just literally goes into my savings, and then I get my financial aid money. So this is my scholarship, and then I put down how much I'm going to put in savings. So yeah, and then I have two paydays here. So I didn't put down the payday labels yet, but yeah. And I did start writing down the total amount. I'm actually not sure about clothing because I actually will be going shopping on Saturday because I'm going to Jersey to pay respects to my grandparents. So yeah, there's like Asian tradition that you have to go twice a year. Once in April, and then one in October. So yeah, and that's when we always go to Jersey, and that's when I always buy stuff. So yeah, because there's less tax. Anyway, so I kind of write everything out, or the categories out, and then I'll just fill it in. So that's pretty much it. Yeah. And then in the notes section, I have like the charts. I like seeing this as a visual. So yeah, this is pretty interesting. So far, so each square, I didn't write it down here, but because it's for my reference, so 161, so there's 161 boxes colored right now, times 25. So this is how much I've saved so far in 2020, so $4,025. My goal is 10,000, so I'm slowly but surely getting halfway there. So I'm pretty sure I'll be done with this, or half of it, before the end of before the half year mark. I might go over, so I don't know why I started here, and then I'm gonna go down this way. So yeah, but I believe I will be able to make this happen if I don't spend anything. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And this is my balance. So I started with $15,000 in my high yield savings account. So then I just keep adding it to it to see the total amount. And then this is my home savings. So yeah, slowly but surely I'm getting to the halfway point, and then I'll start going this way and then down. Yeah. So in total, this is actually $4,000 currently. And then this is Peloton savings. So each box is actually $5 instead of the $25. I don't know why I did that. And then phone. So I saved $30 each paycheck. So once I finish, I'm going to be finished. And then emergency funds. So my goal is actually $5,000. So I just started off with this amount, and then I'll continue on. And that is actually the last of the notes pages. I still have to fill out the rest of them. But yeah. So let's get into my brother's budget. So he has a notebook, but I just use that to break down his checks. But yeah, so pretty much every category is labeled. So this is the total amount that he saved so far from November. I just rewrote it because I like the aesthetic of this better than what I used before. Yeah, so he has $7,560 currently. He started saving, I believe, oh my goodness, I believe it was November 19th. That was his first paycheck that I told him to take out the money, because how I learned how to manage my money or manage my spending is taking out the money that I can't use it in my bank account. So yeah, because I had a debit card and I would just continuously spend, and yeah, that wasn't a good habit to have, and that was my brother's habit. So yeah, so he so far has fishing, or actually I should just go into each of the categories. So he has fishing trip. So this is like the main categories that he wants to save. Fishing trip, future home. Home is like not that important, but that's one of them. Savings, and then car. So car, I should actually switch car and home, but it's okay. So he wants to buy a car because he's frustrated with the public transportation. So yeah, his goal is to save as much money before he needs, or at least save $10,000 before he can purchase the car. So yeah, and then he has LA move. He wants to move to LA, and yeah, I have no opinions on that, or maybe I do. And then other, I just try to make sure that he has spending, like in case something happens, he at least has a category where he can use that money from. Then emergency funds, my goal is to fund it to $1,000 as well, like me, or maybe more if in any case. But right now it's his car fund that is more important. Then gifts and Christmas. I don't know where my brother gets the money, but he tried to. He literally spent $200 on me for my birthday, and I'm like, I feel honored, but where are you getting this money from, you know? He clearly didn't have enough funds in gifts in Christmas. So yeah, I made sure he had a category so he can only spend whatever amount is in here, not whatever he chooses to spend. And then clothing, my brother sometimes want to buy new clothing. He can purchase that using that. Also, I don't understand why he needs, or what's the logic of having a $35 pair of underwear. Can anyone answer that? Like, I don't understand. And then travel, if he wants to go anywhere, he can use this money. And then credit card, so I told him to take out the money, so he has a credit card fund. I told him not to spend too much, you know, because even though he has a credit card, he could just cha-ching, cha-ching, and it's not fun. And then education, that's on the back burner for him. I have no judgment on his categories. It's his money, how he wants to put it. So right now, I just marked down his main goal is car. So whatever, I put majority of the money in here. So yeah, and currently he has fishing trips. So he wants to go on fishing trips. That's his thing. That's his hobby. So he currently has $180 as of tomorrow, or technically this week's paycheck. And then, or technically it's funded already. And then for future home, he has $900. I don't know what his goal is. He just wants to keep saving until then. Savings, he currently passed finally $1,000. So I'm actually really proud. He actually hasn't been spending so much, but other than the other spending on his credit card. And then whoops, that's a $100 bill. Credit card, oh my goodness, car fund, he has $3,570. So this is the majority. He did have other categories that he literally moved the funds to. So yeah, and then LA move, he currently, his goal is $1,500 to move to LA. So he currently has $890. So once he reached $1,500, I will stop funding this and put it more in the car funds. And then this is other. So other, he has $130. Yep. And then emergency funds, he has $490. And then gifts and Christmas, he has $90, so he can only spend that much. I don't know where he's getting the funds from to spend $200. So then clothing, he has $120, so whatever he wants to buy for clothing. Well, I tell him not to buy, like wait until it really wears out, you know. And then travel, he has $90. So yeah, he can at least maybe use this for his public transportation, but that depends on him. And then credit card, I actually just track it, but I don't really care for it as much. And then education, he has $100. So yeah, so far he just wants to save for the car fund, and then if he wants to get a car, we can put it in other categories. So yeah, that is pretty much his budget. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you guys next time. Bye!